Hey guys, how you doing? I wanted to do a quick little tutorial on how to take the Blackberry 8900 apart. So I know a bunch of you guys have been looking around for it. You want to replace the trackball, you want to replace the bezel, the silver bezel out with the black one. I was going to go through the process now, show you guys how I did that. So, and let's see, my guy just died in whatever game that is. You can see I have the black battery cover. Take that off. You want to take the battery out. Now in the back here, a few things I want to show you. Right here, that's the warranty sticker. Once you remove that, your warranty's pretty much gone. First time I took it off, put it back on, looks like crap. I'm just going to take it all the way off this time. At this point, this phone's working great for me. I don't see ever needing to do it, but you can try and peel it off nicely. Save it if you want to, and you can stick it back on. I did it, you know, no big deal. What we got here is we got 4 screws here, 1 screw underneath this cover. So what we need to do first is take off the bottom cover. See if I can do this. I did it last time. It's been a while. Without breaking it. There you go. See, it pops right off. That down there I believe is the antenna. And you can see the other 2 screws that you need to remove. So I'm going to get started. You do need the, I believe it's like a T5 the special screwdriver here. It's got like 5 or 6 points on it. You can find them on the CNN.com where you buy the bezel at. This is a pretty simple process here. Take this one out, the top 2 out. Actually, when you take the top 2 out, it releases the top cover. This cover comes right off when you do that. Now on the original bezel there was a foam piece here that I did not transfer over. This is obviously the black bezel. I'm just doing this in hindsight a little bit. Take off the bottom 2 bolts. Have that one in kind of tight. Didn't get them out all the way yet. Okay, that one's out. Now the screwdriver you can buy online. I don't remember exactly where I got mine. I needed it one time for some other phone, so I just went ahead and purchased it. And then you got these 2 black screws. These come right out. The black screws go in the middle, the silver ones go on the top and the bottom. So you can always refer back to this. And as you can see, it pops right off when you do that. Now that's the body portion of it. You can see the SIM card came off right with it. Then you flip this over. Let me see if I can remember what part to do next. Oh yeah. So the next thing you have is you have these little clips here. This is the antenna wire. First time I took that off, you do not need to take that off. All you have to do is just separate these clips out. And just be careful, you know, you don't want to break anything. You got 2 more on this side, right there and right there. And then this is the phone portion. You can see that this does not have the plastic cover like most of the phones. The LCD that you see is the LCD, so you want to be very careful with that. At this point, trackball comes out. Keyboard is just kind of wedged in there. You just have to play with that and pop that out. And that's the black bezel that I put on. Now you notice these silver contacts. These silver contacts right there, those came off the original bezel. There's a sticker on the top. Sorry. Sticker on the top here. See those things? They stick right to it. And that's what makes the contact, and it sends it down to the phone down here on the these gold contacts. And that's how your mute and your standby button work, or mute and lock button work. Okay, so those things you have to peel those off. What I did is I went from this direction, peeled them off that way, and then gently got the screwdriver and pried off, because it sticks on the bottom part and on the top part here, and just put it in the new one. Several people have done this, no problems, but if your buttons don't work, that's why. That's these things right here. Okay, so after you do that, you get your old bezel, you just put it right back together. You know, you put your keyboard in. You can see here's the keyboard, comes out in one piece, and there's a little bit of play that everybody complains about, I think. I don't know, maybe yours moves more than mine, who knows, but it doesn't really bother me. And you see, just wedge it up under here, pop it right back in. This is the time if you want to change the trackball, clean it out, whatever, do that. Just put the trackball back in like that. Then I go ahead and put the phone back and snap it back into place. Now the only kind of fun part was trying to get this piece back on, and it wasn't really difficult, but the trick is that it tries to push up, so you kind of have to hold it down while you're doing it. So you put it back on here on one side then the other, and then you just kind of want to hold it as you flip it over this way, and get these two screws in is what I did first. Got the two middle screws in just to kind of hold it in place, because it will kind of pop back out at you. And screwing that one down, just giving it, you don't need to like tighten it super tight here. You don't want to strip these out. Best case you strip out the screw, but I doubt that'll happen. What's going to end up happening is you're going to strip out the case and have to order a new case. That's $50. So you want to be very careful with that. Just give it a little tight, you know, and then just take a glance around the phone, make sure everything's in where it's supposed to be, and then we can go ahead and, you know, put this back in. Take the top screws, someone had a problem with their top cover was a little loose. What I suggested and they said worked was just to tighten these up, because that does hold that whole cover in. So just give it a little extra twist there, make sure it's tight enough. That's an easy one to get to, because you just take the battery cover off. This is the one that you want to make sure you get on the first try, because you don't, this thing's a pain in the butt to take off, this bottom piece here. I don't like to take that one on and off. Give it a good little tight, and I check to make sure everything looks pretty tight down there. Then just go ahead and slide this back into place. It all snaps in, looks nice and tight. The bottom of the bezel right up against the edge there. These are tight down. And that's it. All you have to do is put the battery back in, cover back on, and you've changed it out. Either your trackball, keyboard, or just your bezel. And it's booting back up right now, and that works, guys. I've done this is now my second time, and as you can see I messed up the top here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fix that. Didn't get it underneath the bezel properly when I tightened it down. There we go. You want that to be underneath, because I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's clicking. That's how you know those buttons are going to work when the time comes. It's still booting up right now. And that's it. And I hope that's helpful to anyone that decides they want to change it out. And you guys have a nice evening.